If you're the youngest child, I'm sure you've heard the saying that the youngest child always gets everything they want. While being the youngest child comes with its benefits and negatives, it also comes with our own unique characteristics. Being a youngest child means being the last kid to graduate, being the last kid living in the house, and having plenty of stereotypes placed on you. If you're the youngest child, you know how this co-culture affects us. However, if you're not the youngest child, let me take you along the road to learn about our co-culture. So, my background. I'm the youngest of 3 kids. I always had siblings to look up to until everyone moved out. So I had good role models, but it eventually led to loneliness. My oldest brother is 26, my other older brother is 18, and I am 16. It can be hard getting along with them, especially since my oldest brother, because of the age gap. The good news is, being a part of the co-culture, I can talk to other people, like younger siblings, that feel exactly the way I do. How it built me as a person. This co-culture and being the youngest child built me into a more creative person. With siblings older than you often find yourself alone. It gives you more time to do more hobbies. It had me being more creative and pursuing more activities like drawing. So some activities I did were like reading books and doing like diamond arts. And this just made me like a more creative person in general. And I have more hobbies to do and stuff like that. I am also a more independent person as a youngest child. You don't have your siblings there with you your whole life, so you find more things to do and be more by yourself. So you figure out how to do more things by yourself, and you get more things done without depending on others as much. Whereas like the older siblings have their other siblings to depend on and stuff like that. So being a younger sibling also made me more knowledgeable in a lot of things. This is because you see your siblings growing up and you see the mistakes they make and you take their lessons as your own and you kind of build off of them as a person. Alright, so now that I shared my experience with this co-culture, let me mention some of the common misconceptions of being the youngest child. So the stereotypes are overlooked points. According to Summon Sleeve, youngest childs are mostly seen as spoiled. People commonly think the youngest child gets spoiled because they get whatever they want as a baby of the family. It's not that we're spoiled, just that we have more people looking out for us. Not to mention, most of the time, we actually take pleasure in figuring things out for ourselves. According to Refinery29.com, we are usually overlooked or overshadowed by our siblings' accomplishments. So, as youngest siblings, we often work hard to become even equally as good as our siblings, living up to their accomplishments. And when we finally do something worth rewarding, it often gets overlooked because our siblings had already done it. So now that I've talked about some of the lessons learned from being a youngest sibling, or now that I've talked about some of the stereotypes and things that were overlooked as being a youngest sibling, let's talk about some of the lessons that can be taken from that. So according to fastcompany.com, you have to fight to be heard. So in order, like having to fight to be heard and only being heard if you do great things, it teaches you to be a hard worker and work hard in order to get like praise from other people. And it teaches you that you have to come up with good orders or good ideas in order to succeed in your careers. According to thoughtcatalog.com, being the youngest siblings being blamed and always looked down upon because you don't know much. While being the youngest gets you looked down upon, being the youngest also brings opportunities for you to dream and make decisions for yourself without the need of pleasing people who won't be pleased no matter what. Being the youngest teaches you to fight for the things you love and to fight for your voice. So, according to the website babywise.com, youngest siblings have to work harder. We may have to work harder, but in the long run, it teaches us lessons that need to be learned anyways. Youngest children have unique characteristics and many good things about us. It may come from learning to be alone at a young age, but it brings benefits. Although younger children face a huge mountain of challenges, I wouldn't want to be a part of any other co-culture. This one shaped me to be exactly who I am.